Hey everybody, it's time for another midweek coin flip battle, and today we've got Kristi Noem for the Republicans and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez for the Dems. Not a lot of introduction needed on this one. Noem, current Secretary of Homeland Security, former governor of South Dakota, AOC U.S. Rep from New York. My guess is a lot of people are not going to be the hugest fan of either of these candidates, but now's the time to pick one to root for or against. Heads for Noem, tails for AOC. Let's get into that first flip. It's waiting in Alaska. 3 votes. Here comes the first flip. And we've got tails. That is going to go to AOC. Next, it's going to be Hawaii. We've got 4 votes here. And that's going to be another one for AOC. Let's go to the lower 48. We've got Washington. They've got 12 votes. And that is going to be heads. Kristi Noem with her first state. She's in the lead. And the next state is Oregon. That's the Beaver State, and they've got 8 of them. It's heads again for Noem. Next state. Somebody's going to tap into these 54 electoral votes. That's a ton. Here comes the flip. That is tails. That's coming to AOC. So she's got the early lead. Let's go to Nevada. We've got 6 of them here. And that's another one for AOC. How about Idaho? There's going to be 4 of them here. Tails again. AOC on a streak of 3. Utah is next. Noem looking for heads. She's got it. She's going to get 6 more. Let's go down to Arizona. The Grand Canyon State is holding 11 votes, and that's going to go red for Noem. How about Montana? Big Sky Country. 4 of them. Tails. Coming back to AOC. Let's go to Wyoming. That's the Equality State. And they've got 3 of them, and that's going to go to Noem. How about Colorado? There's 10 of them here in the Centennial State, and they're going to go blue for AOC. How about New Mexico? 5 votes. Tails again. Let's go to North Dakota. That's going to be Kristi Noem's neighbor to the north. 3 votes, and that is going to go to Noem. How about her home state? It's South Dakota. Can she win it? And that is yes. She's going to tap into 3 more. Let's go to Nebraska at large. We've got 2 of them. And that's tails. AOC getting 2 more. Here comes Nebraska's first. That's going to be 1 vote. And that's going to go to Noem. How about Nebraska's second? 1 more vote is won by Noem again. How about Nebraska's third? We're going to close it out with tails for AOC. Next, it's Kansas. It's 6 of them. This is going to go blue for Ocasio-Cortez. Next, it's the Sooner State. 7 of them. Oklahoma. That is tails again. AOC over 100. That takes us into a pretty big state. We've got Texas. 40 votes here. Noem's looking to close the gap. Let's do the flip. It's tails. AOC opens up a big lead. Still plenty of time. Let's do Minnesota. We've got 10 of them. Noem hoping to get back into it. And she does put up heads. That's going to put her up to 58. Next state, Iowa. 6 of them. Half a dozen coming to AOC. Next, it's Missouri. Another 10. And that is tails again. AOC now up more than 100. Arkansas is the next flip. Who's going to get them? Heads for Noem. How about Louisiana? Noem is going to have to go on a streak here at some point, but it's not going to be now. That's coming to AOC. Now we're going to keep going east. We're going to go back up north. We're going to do Wisconsin. 10 of them. It's going to go blue. How about Illinois? A lot of votes here. 19. Heads. Noem picking up a decent chunk. Let's do Michigan. 15 of them. And this is coming back in the other direction. AOC. How about Indiana? We've got 11 votes here. Tails again. Now AOC over 200. This is shaping up to be a blowout after the last 2 were nail biters. But maybe Noem has a big comeback in her. Let's do Kentucky. The Bluegrass State is coming to Kristi Noem. She's got 8 of them. How about Tennessee? They've got 11 of them. This state is coming to AOC. Next, Mississippi. 6 of them. And that is another one for AOC. Not looking too good here for Noem. Let's go to Alabama. 9 EVs. Who's gonna get them? AOC. And now we've come down to Florida. It's pretty much now or never for Noem. She's gonna have to go on an epic streak. She cannot afford to lose this state. Let's do the flip. Here it is. That is tails. AOC does it again. This is turning into an absolute bloodbath. Let's do Georgia. 16 votes, and that is heads. Kristi Noem at least gets to 100 before she loses. Let's do South Carolina. This would do it for AOC. And that's it. Just like that, South Carolina puts her over the top, and it's an early night here for AOC over Noem. Usually we like to see a close battle. Sometimes they turn into landslides. We're going to just see how big it gets. Let's do North Carolina. And with no pressure, Kristi Noem wins 16 more. Ohio is next. There's 17 of them. Tails, it's coming to AOC. West Virginia. The Mountain State. Tails again. Maine at large is next. So many states left. And it's heads for Noem. And then we've got Maine's first. Really no suspense here. It's going to go to AOC. The only question is, how big is the landslide going to get? This is Maine's second. Tails again. We've got New Hampshire. 4 votes. Tails yet again. How about Vermont? 3 of them. That's going to go to Noem. How about New York? 28 votes. Again, totally inconsequential, but let's do it. It is heads, so Noem does get a big state here. And that also was AOC's home state. Let's do Massachusetts. 11 votes. Tails coming to AOC, and she's over 300. Let's do Connecticut. Lucky 7. Heads for Noem. Rhode Island is next. Who wants them? Kristi Noem. How about New Jersey? And we've got 14 coming in the Kristi Noem column. How about Delaware? They've got 3 of them. And that's going to be 4 straight for Noem. Can she go for 5? Here comes Maryland. 10 votes here. That is another heads. Noem catching fire here with nothing to lose. Let's do Washington, D.C. 3 votes. Heads again. Noem, 197. Next state, Pennsylvania, 19 votes. Noem actually could go over 200 here, and she does. That looks like 7 states in a row. We'll see if she can do 8 on Virginia. Final flip, 13 votes. That is heads again. Noem finishes extremely hot, and she does limit the landslide to just 80 votes, but she does take a big loss here. AOC wins it with 309, Noem at 229. Noem did win her home state plus AOC's, but the big states are what put AOC over the top: California, Texas, Florida. It just wasn't meant to be for Kristi Noem. Even though she had a much better second half than the first half, AOC is going to get the bragging rights on this one. So let me know in the comments. Are you glad about the outcome on this one, or are you disappointed? Or do you think nobody really wins on this one either way? How about this map? Let me know what you think down below on your way out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.